Aloha, all you beautiful people, and welcome to another beautiful day on Oahu. How many of you know where I am at this very second? Probably not many of you, but I'm going to give you a few moments just to see if you can flex your Oahu knowledge. It's a sunny, bright, not very breezy, kind of a warm day. And I actually promised you last time that I was going to find out what the temperature was on these streams going forward, but I failed. Failed. Did not do that today. Terry was saying that there were a number of people that were concerned because they weren't going to make it on the stream today because the winner has to be on the stream to win. We actually pulled 10 people's names just in case we had an inordinate number of people that weren't making it on the stream. But we're going to wait probably about 15-20 minutes maybe. I'm not really sure exactly how long, just however it naturally comes up, but we're not going to wait an hour. And just know that there are going to be a lot of other giveaways too, but this is actually a pretty special one. Today we're going to be giving away 2 passes to the VIP Star of Honolulu dinner cruise. It's a wonderful package. I know a number of you have gone on it before. So let's go down the list. Let's just do some call outs right now. Christian and Annette Moody, Lance, Mary Kay, Dale, Kathy, Ross. Aloha, everybody. Happy you could join us. Does anybody know where we are? Nancy, Mayreen, LC. Man, all the important people are here. And then there's me, Jackie. Jackie was a recent winner of course. Angelina. Hello, Angelina. It's funny when we start doing some of these giveaways, you start seeing these people's names in the spreadsheets. Terry's sending them over, and there were a lot of typos and misspellings, what have you, but we got it all taken care of. All right, where are we? We are at Aloha Tower. And I thought just because we were giving this cruise away, boom, we come out and see the lady herself, the Star of Honolulu. How about that? I figured since we were giving away the cruise, let's come out and see the gal that you're going to be riding if you're one of the winners. How about that? They do such a great job. Their maintenance and safety and all that. I mean, when we were speaking with the company representative, she's such a nice lady. I don't want to say her name because she may not want me to say it, but she is so nice, so gracious, and so knowledgeable. She's been with the company a long time. And just for those of you who don't know, just a little bit of background, the same company that owns Star of Honolulu also does Rockahula. That's why the food quality at both of those events, both of those venues, Star of Honolulu and the Rockahula, is fantastic. They have their own culinary system facility, as I recall, and I'm not sure really where it is, but I tell you what, the food that we had on Star of Honolulu, I would put up against any place I've had it. We had steak and lobster. The entertainment was really good. We met with the captain. We took some photos with the captain. Super nice guy. Yeah, it is beautiful out here. And that captain takes this boat, this sizable boat right here, and he can stick it right up against there. I don't know how he does. I've always been enamored by the helicopter pilots like the guy this weekend, and big boat pilots, big boat captains. Yeah, the food at Rockahula is crazy. Oh, over there, yeah, Dale, I was looking at them before. I actually did order a polarized lens for the camera, but it hasn't come in, and I actually forgot I had ordered it, so I'm pretty sure it's lost because it's been some time. So, show of the Star of Honolulu. How many of you have actually gone on the Star of Honolulu dinner cruise? any of their packages. How many of you have done that? I know a number have. Aloha, Janet, Dale. Tina, if you go to, if you tap on notifications on either YouTube, this is not on YouTube today. I didn't want to have any confusion, but on Facebook, it will send you out a notification. Hello, Scott, Tracy, Ross again, Tara, or Tara. Have not done it, but would love to. Hello, Rhonda, Lance. Well, it's a great experience. I mean, it's let's just go over here for just a moment. I want to come down this way a little bit. You know, some of the people that have a, you know, not an issue, but they just do comparisons of luau's and luau events and luau quality shows. The luau that's at the Rockahula and the luau section, or the entertainment section of the Star of Honolulu, is not like, and it's not meant to be like the luau's that you have at Paradise Cove or Polynesian Cultural Center. Those facilities are set up to have, you know, fire dancers and big bands and lots of music and lots of dancers and interchanging out. You have to understand that Rockahula is in a smaller facility, as well as our Rockahula is in Star of Honolulu, as you know, it's limited with size because of the boat. But the entertainment quality, of the dancers, the quality of the singers is I would put it up there with any of them. I really would. They have a singer. I don't know if it's the same singer each time, but she's been there on the Star of Honolulu. They also have a jazz band, or a jazz trumpet player. Though that guy and that lady are really, really good. She can flat belt out a tune really, really well. And the entertainment at Rockahula, the show that's after. So if you go to Rockahula, if you haven't been there before, it's at one main facility, which is at the Royal Hawaiian Shopping Mall. It's on the 4th level, but they have a fantastic theater, and that theater it's a Vegas quality theater. I mean, the sound in there is amazing. We were lucky enough to get a behind the scenes look, and you're going to see a lot of those photos that we took and video clips we took of that visit when we do the Rockahula giveaway, which is going to start tomorrow, and it's going to go for 3 weeks. We're going to give away the same type of package, a VIP package for the luau and the show, just like we did for Star of Honolulu. So that's coming up starting tomorrow. But we went behind the scenes at the Rockahula luau and the show. Oh my gosh, they do it right. And I've actually been behind the scenes at a number of the Cirque du Soleil and Vegas shows, and they just do it right. They do it right, man. Hello, Colleen and Mary Kay. How many of you have been to the Rockahula? If you've been to the Rockahula, put a 1. And if you haven't been to Rockahula, put a 2, please. And we'll pull these out. We'll pull these out on a spreadsheet, and I'll be able to tell. We'll keep that as a record. So how many of you? 1 if you've been to Rockahula, and number 2 if you have not, please. Wow, a lot of you have not. Well, you would enjoy it. And just in case you don't win today, the Star of Honolulu, let me get this number right. They have on their Pacific Sunset Buffet show, their buffet and show, you can actually save 20% if you book your travel through, or you book your tickets through Star of Honolulu on their website, and you use the code PSD Paul Sam David 20, PSD 20. Janet, if you're around, if you don't mind typing that in there, if you would please, that'd be a great help. That code is capital PSD 20. You use that on Star of Honolulu's website, save 20%. That's a really big savings, and that's off their their sunset dinner cruise. And that's well worth it. I mean, I think it's I'm not sure what it is per, I don't want to say how much it is. But 20% is a great, yeah, there you go. No, it's PSD, all one word, PSD. See what Mary wrote there? That's correct. See what Janet wrote? That's correct. PSD 20. And we're at Aloha Tower. I don't know if you've been to Aloha Tower years ago, 8 years ago. It's somewhat of a shadow of itself. There's just so much more going on in Waikiki right now, and there's just not a lot going on out here. It's really, really sad to say. A lot of the stores have shut down. The 2 bars that are here, this one here and that one there, are just, there's only a few people in there. A lot of the stores along here have closed. There's 2 stores. There's a school up at the front that are still in, but it's I used to love to come out here, but there's just too much going on in Waikiki now, and other surrounding areas. Chinatown is literally right over there. Kaka'ako is down the road a little bit. Aloha, Sandy and Nikki. Yeah, so much is closed here. It's kind of a bad scene. I mean, you could just see it just wide open. There's just almost no one here. You could count how many people are here. Used to back in the day, it was just loaded with people. But what's good for us is this: she's here. Oh, there's a ticket office right there. You can buy your tickets. Look at that. I didn't know you could do that. How about that? There's a ticket office right there. I guess you could go right up there and just buy your tickets if you come out here. They just keep this boat up so nice. I mean, you see all these plastic windows? I mean, they're in great shape. You're able to go up there during the cruise if you've been on here, take photos up there. They do their sunset cruise. They do the cruise on Friday nights. You can watch the fireworks. It's just a beautiful, beautiful boat. They're actually doing repairs on it up on the front. They keep it up to date. Yeah, it is. It is a neat boat. It is, and it is a lot bigger than what a lot of people think it is. They think it's almost like one of the, the deep catamarans or the sunset cruise boats, and it's not. It's sizable. Here's some of those fish. I think Dale was talking about. I'll hold it still. Can you see them down there? There's a really big reef down there. There's big angelfish down there. It looks like a trigger. I can't tell if that's a big trigger fish down there or not. Maybe. There's a couple of fish that look just like trigger, but they also eat they eat coral. They have big old teeth that just rip that coral up and they eat it up. See how big that coral is right there, that reef? You can probably see these fish a little bit better. Can you see them now? Boy, those are big angels. There's like 3 angelfish right there that are massive for angelfish anyway. Yeah, it's beautiful water today. Yeah, if you could get clearance to do snorkeling, which I'm sure you couldn't, that would be a great place to do it. Okay, we're going to get into the announcements of the winners here in just a moment, but here's something we're going to do. The person who's name I'm going to call, they have to be on the stream. The first winner has to be on the stream, or the winner has to be on the stream, okay? And we need to give them a time limit. So I want you all to decide what that time limit should be, okay? Should we give them a day, an hour, 5 minutes, 1 minute? 1 day is too much. Because we've announced some winners and it's been 2, 3, 4, 5 days a week they haven't responded. So how long do you think you guys want to put minutes? Do you want to do 1 minute, 5 minutes, or 10 minutes? $5:30, I believe, 5:45, something along those lines. You'll have to check out on their their website for actual schedules, because I think it does, don't hold me to this, I think it does fluctuate a little bit with weather. I'm not really sure, but they're quick about it and they're on time, man. They do not miss when they say they're going to leave. Wow. So you guys, case 5 and 10 minutes, it looks like, between 5 and 10 minutes. Nancy says, Juan, I'm here, let's go. Okay. All right, so we'll give them 5 minutes from the time we announce their name. We'll give them 5 minutes, and we'll do it at 1:20. At 1:20, we'll announce the first name. And I'll tell you, I've not seen this name on here. And I said we can go 10 deep. We can only go 7 deep because I have other names for other things. And since there's 85 of you on here, 84, 85 of you on here, and we did here's the Waikiki Trolley. This is where they stop for Aloha Tower. They used to stop here and go let you go shopping. They stayed a little longer, I believe, but this is a scheduled stop, meaning that they'll be here and then they'll come back in like 40 minutes, 40, 45 minutes, something along those lines. But again, check the schedule. And that's the Red Line tour. That's the Red Line that goes to Chinatown. Let's walk over here a second. I want to show you. When you come here, if you drive, you come in through this, for Star of Honolulu, you drive in through here and you get parking. Parking is free. Obviously, Uber drops you off right in here. If you take an Uber, it's pier number 8. Also, if you're coming here with an Uber, you want to give them directions. If you just say Star of Honolulu, they'll know, because everybody knows this. For those of you, which there will be many, many more who don't win, we're going to do a Circle Island tour giveaway too on this stream. And we're also going to do a Pearl Harbor tour giveaway on this stream. And we'll do it after. So stick around. We're going to do a Circle Island tour. And I don't know if you have seen it yet, but on the Facebook group and Facebook page, Sherry shared her, I think Terry forwarded her pictures, but she forwarded her her post and photos that she took of her Circle Island tour, the majestic Circle Island tour from Waikiki Trolley. And man, was it, I think she posted like 50 some photos, and man, she had a good time. Did you guys see that? Wow, here are all the fish. Did you guys see her her post? She had a great time, and she was our first winner. But we're going to give that tour away again in about on this. We'll do it again on this tour, on this stream. No, it's starting right now. Nancy, I'm going to announce her name. I'm going to do it right now. Okay, the name that we pulled out of, and you guys did a great job. Man, you did a great job. You did a great job in tagging. There were, I mean, the percentage of good tags compared to the invalid tags was really, really good. You guys have done a great job. I really do appreciate that. It makes Terry's job much, much, much better. Okay, so here we go. The winner of the Star of Honolulu 2 passes, the VIP whole trip, the nice dinner, everything, is Brenda McLaren Mazur. I believe that's how I'm pronouncing her last name. Brenda McLaren Mazur. I didn't see her on here, and I don't think I have ever seen that name either. Is Brenda here? And actually, is Janet still there? I don't want to put any task on her. We didn't even ask about this, but is Janet there? Boom. Boom. Brenda, you win. And right on cue, there's a crying, sad, terrible airplane leaving right there. Brenda, how about that? I don't think I've ever seen your name on here. Have we interacted before? Have you and I spoken or talked at all? All right, Janet, I was actually going to ask you to maybe put the clock on, but man, we don't need to. So, Brenda, when are you going to be on Oahu? Do you have a trip already planned? We have? Oh, you know what? Now that I see, I'm looking at writing. Now that I see your name on the screen, for sure we have, Brenda. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, I know who you are. Well, it sure looks different in writing, especially in my handwriting. So, Brenda, first off, let me ask you, have you been on the Star of Honolulu before? What? May 13th? Like you mean in days from now, like 9 days from now? Are you serious, Brenda? And you've never been on Star? Wow. Wow. Okay, well, Terry is going to send you some housekeeping things, but I just want other people to know how this is going to work. Here's what's going to work. I can't believe you're coming that soon. That is fantastic. First and foremost, you have to promise to send us video and photos of you and whomever you're bringing. Who are you bringing to Oahu? First time going to Oahu, and you win the big, bad, killer passes for Star of Honolulu. Let me tell you something. The hospitality of the servers is amazing. The captain, if you get to meet him, super, super nice guy. I know there's a couple captains. They have 2 full-time. They're incredibly safety conscious, but he's super, super nice guy. The food quality, you know, I'm not trying to sell it to you because you're not paying for it, but I'm telling you, you're going to have a memorable time. Beautiful, beautiful time. And so, Brenda, let me just kind of give you a little sneak peek one-on-one, and then we're going to give away the Majestic Circle Island tour in about less than 10 minutes, so stay tuned. And be aware of your surroundings. Watch this, guys. Be aware of your surroundings so you know, so you can participate in this, so you can participate in these giveaways. Look, she's going to be giving away some. Those are triggers. Wow, those are some big trigger fish. Okay, Brenda, Are you going to be taking an Uber out here or a rental car? Or are you going to take the bus? How do you think you'll get out here? I know there's a delay in the back and forth, so let me just point this out in case you didn't get it, and if you did, this is just a reminder for everybody. If you're driving a rental car, you're going to be coming right through here and just park in that nice parking lot there. If you're taking an Uber, they'll drop you off right here. If you take the bus, there's a bus stop like right over in there. No, it's right over there. That's the bus stop for Aloha Tower. I'd recommend an Uber. If you have a rental car, I would take a rental car because then you can go to other places if you want to, if you're so inclined. But you'll have alcohol, so you may not want to. Maybe one of you is a designated driver, or just take an Uber. Okay? And then you just come right along here and right through here, right back through there, you see that plank. You'll have your tickets. We'll get those tickets to you. Before you leave, it'll be probably emailed tickets, so it'll be like a little QR code or what have you. And you'll go right there on that plank, and then you'll go up, and you'll have a greeter. I believe they give you a lei. I don't know if I'm speaking out of turn, but I believe they'll give you a lei. Let me just walk over here for a second. It's included. I think it's included. I believe it was. It was included for us when we went, so I believe it is. When the boat is taking off, I mean, you can take photos up here. You have just a spectacular view. You'll have a view of Waikiki, like it's just very, very unique. Especially if you've never been to Oahu. I'm so happy for you. You've never been. What a heck of a way to kick off your trip. So you'll just go up this little plank here. There'll be people gathered here around this area to greet you and take you up. Fantastic hospitality. I really can't, and actually, I'll be very candid with you. These passes are not given to us. We're buying these passes. Maybe because the participation will get something done later. I'm not worried about that, but we're actually paying for these passes. So there's really no benefit, but I'm just telling you the hospitality and quality of the food that you'll see here on your experience on Star of Honolulu is second to none. It's just really, really good. I'm so happy for you. Okay. No, Brenda, thank you. You can thank us by taking lots of really cool pictures and maybe a video, and just tell us how much what you thought of the trip. I mean, if you had a horrible experience, you don't like it, tell us, but I know you're going to love it. Everybody does. Everybody does. And I can't believe you're coming here for the first time and in 2 weeks. Amazing. Could not happen to a better person. Okay. Let's do that Circle Island tour. Let's just do that one right now, and then we'll do a couple of trolley passes, and then we'll do the Pearl Harbor. Let me just show you right here. One more shot. How tough do you want this one to be? Do you want it to be easy, easy, easy? Or do you want it to, so if we're going to do it very easy, we're going to do the 5th right answer. I know some of you don't like those. If we're going to do easy, it's going to be the 5th right answer. If you want it to be difficult, it'll be the 1st correct answer. What would you like? 1st or 5th? You want easy? Easy? Oh, Marsh, you've been there twice. Excellent. You went out last October, and that's great to hear. It's really, really good to hear. Easy? You guys are cowards. There's Scott. Scott wants it. Oh, you guys. Okay, then we're going to do one easy one right now. One easy one, but the next one's going to be very difficult. So pay attention. Pay attention, if you would. Let me ask you this before I go. I'm sorry to keep delaying. Before we go, do you You may not want to stay all the way with me, but I'm going to walk back to Waikiki. Do you want to stay with me? Or I'll just keep the stream going until you guys get off and don't want to be here anymore. Let's get one more shot of the reef. I know I owe you an ocean view on every single stream. And I did not do my greeting, but I'm going to do it now because I love doing it. So on today's stream, I hope you learned just a little bit. Hopefully you already have learned a little bit. I know you're going to laugh a lot more, and just please understand that I don't do this without the respect of your time. And I really do appreciate the time that you spend on this stream and every stream in the past and the streams going forward. It is not lost on me that you can do a ton of other things with your time. You do not have to be here with some clown on Oahu streaming silly videos. Did you see the size of that trigger? Wow. Okay, and I do mean that. I know when I say that greeting and that closing, sometimes it sounds canned because it's just something I've repeated, but I do appreciate it. And I know it's incumbent upon me to make sure that these streams are informative, hopefully a little bit fun, and hopefully you know I appreciate you. Okay, the fifth correct answer, and here's what we're going to do. It's a little bit different. The winner gets to choose which pass they get. Do they go on the Circle Island tour, or do they go on the Pearl Harbor tour? And the Pearl Harbor tour, I won't go into all the detail because I know you know it's a VIP, it's a full day, it's all access to everything Pearl Harbor. It's the best Pearl Harbor tour that you can do, in my opinion. It's an all day. You can cut out if you want to, but it's an all day tour. It includes transportation from Waikiki to Pearl Harbor. Same with the Circle Island tour. It's the best that they have. It's on the double-decker bus. You saw the photos that Sherry put on the Facebook page, and I just think you guys are going to enjoy it. I just really do. So this is for one pass. You choose. Winner chooses. Okay. And here's my request. Last request to you guys. If you are not going to be on Oahu in 2024, please do not participate. If you don't know that you're going to be on Oahu in 2024, please don't guess, don't participate. We do love that you enter the giveaways and things like that, but for these in particular, do not, if you don't know when you're going to be coming to Oahu, do not participate. You know what? I'm going to go back around here so it's a little bit quieter. I forgot we were going. Actually, let's go back this way. All right, here we go. Fifth correct answer. Fifth, 5, Cinco, in honor of Cinco de Mayo yesterday. What is the pier number that you stop at over here and park? What is the pier number? Let's do it. Fifth correct answer. I'm pulling for you, Alan. I don't believe this. Annette Moody. How is that possible? How is that possible? Annette, you win. I'm not sure how that happens. You know, Annette, for the record, let's state this for the record. Are we related? Have we ever spoke on the phone? Do you know who Terry is? Have you ever spoke to Terry on the phone? We're going to have to do one of a couple things. One, either deny Annette's participation or just give her everything. Give her one of everything. And that says they say give it to Brenda. Have you won one of the passes? Or two of the, I think you've won at least one of the Circle Island tours, right, Annette? Let me talk to, I know, it's unbelievable. Let me converse with Annette real quick, guys. Yeah, we should just give her everything. We're trying to get out of these people's ways, guys. Sorry about them hugging this fence a little bit. Right on time, Greg. But it was the 5th correct answer. It wasn't the first answer, it was the 5th correct answer. So the 4th person was too early, the 6th person was too late, the 5th person was Annette. And here's the other thing too, guys. And I've said this before, I know it's probably falls on deaf ears a little bit, but most of you know this. I see the names coming through. When I see them coming through, I have no benefit at all. I mean, I think it's funny that Annette's won so much, but I for sure am not giving an award to her that instead of somebody else. I don't care about that. There's no benefit. I just think it's hilarious that she wins like that. So you may see someone else come in at number 5 and someone else come in at number 6 or whatever, but just trust that I'm not taking advantage of anything. So, Annette, what would you like to do with your pass? Do you want to have a Circle Island tour or do you want the Pearl Harbor tour? Hello, Raylene. Yeah, the answer was 8. It's ridiculous that she wins like she does, but she, you know, I mean, just even out of the goodness of her heart, Janet won a trolley pass and was going to give it to Annette because she was coming, and Annette's former military, and Janet's just a queen of a lady. She's mean as a snake, but she's a queen of a lady, and she granted her pass to Annette, and it wasn't 10 minutes later we did a pass giveaway and Annette won. So Annette, did you win a Circle Island tour already, or did you win the Pearl Harbor? Janet is the best. Janet reminds me of the Cobra on Jungle Book, if any of you are old enough to even remember that. You know, the Cobra was a beautiful color, had those eyes that just hypnotized you and made you think the snake was nice and beautiful just right before it strangled your neck. That's Janet. Hello, Jackie. So Annette, let me know, have you won? No, you have not won Pearl Harbor or Circle Island. So what is it that you've won? You've won like just a number of Waikiki trolley passes? Ah, look at you. Okay. All right, so you want the Circle Island tours. Okay, so Annette, please, please, please do this. Please do it this way. Assume that Terry has never heard of you, because what some of you people are doing is saying, you have all my information, here's my email. Or you have here all my information, here's my phone number. Assume that Terry has nothing, doesn't know who you are at all. Pretend she's never heard of you. You need to put here's my information. I won the Circle Island tour, first name, last name, email, phone number, and make sure it's all spelled out correct, and just make sure you state what you won and the question and answer that you gave. I know it's a little bit clunky, but that's what we have to give to Waikiki trolley people, okay? So complete information, that would be great. All right. So, let's see. This is really just office spaces. Like right on the other side is the palace. A lot of the municipal buildings. That's right up through here is going to be King Street. This starts to be Ala Moana. This is the road coming in from the freeway. That's the road coming in from the freeway. So this is the road of happiness when you're coming this way. And it's road of sadness when you're going back that way. Isn't that terrible? Okay, let's do a Waikiki trolley pass because I have two. Do you want me to randomly select names, or would you like to do a trivia? How long is the walk to Waikiki? I think 4 miles. I'm not sure. I think it's 4 miles. I think 3.4, something like that. There used to be a really popular nightclub right in there. I'm not sure if it's even there anymore. I'm certain it's not. Random. Do I have a... Oh, petite... No. Actually, well, I do, but I don't. That's not what I'm wearing. Are you asking what I'm wearing now, or are you asking if I have one? Here's something fun that we could do if you want to do it. Like I said, I had a list of names that in case Brenda was not on the stream, we were going to go down that list. So it was going to go Brenda, then the second person, third person, fourth person that was randomly selected off of the almost 700 entries. We could just go down that list, take the second and third person and give them 2 Waikiki trolley passes, or we can go Ruth's Chris. Or we can do random trivia. No, Alan. I'm not a PF fan, to be honest with you. I prefer Cartier over PKs or PFs. That's just taste, really, is all it is. Oh, so you want to go down the list? Well, I don't want to pick from I'm not going to pick from the list. I'm going to go second, third, because picking would mean I'm picking people out because I know them or preference, and I don't want to do that. So for a Waikiki trolley pass, but you have to be on the stream. You have to be on this stream to be able to pick it up. John Carter. Jon Carter. That name also doesn't look familiar in writing, but maybe he's here. I've not seen him. John Carter. Well, that's darling, there's two things. There's one, I do hiking or I do walking. This is walking. Even though I'm walking, I'm not sure if you can tell, but I'm walking, faster than what you normally would. But then I do hiking where it's elevated. A lot of it's flat, but it's mostly elevated too. So I do both throughout the day. Yeah, someone let me know when 5 minutes is up. John Carter, Jon Carter, Carter, John Carter, for a Waikiki trolley pass. And I'm going to do a difficult trivia for the other pass, for the Pearl Harbor pass, okay? So just be aware of your surroundings. It's not so much, well, I guess it is fast. I mean, maybe you can tell by looking at the ground. So that's, your timing. Thanks, Janet. And I'm not even going to ask because I have got to do it. There's a Starbucks right there, so there's going to be a delay in the stream. I need to get over there. Oh, doggone it, I should have jammed right then. Son of a gun. All right, sorry guys. Sundial, Tom? Oh man, I should have gone. Doggone it. You guys make me stop. You guys, or actually I stopped, but I stopped because of you, or no, otherwise I'd have ran across. Yeah. Well, I'm doing it for you guys. I don't care. I would just, honestly, if it wasn't for you guys, I would have walked up through Kaka'ako and gone to the the Starbucks over there. Someone asked about a sundial. I don't know if I think it was Tom. Let me know what your question is, if you like, and I'll. Coffee's fuel, yeah. Tastes burnt. I love the burnt taste. We'll cross together, okay? Is that 5 minutes up yet, Janet? I'll just wait for you, Janet, to tell me. You're going to be better at that than I am. Time of the sundial, yeah. I thought you were referring to a Cartier or a Patek Philippe, like that other gentleman was asking me about. Size of the crowd doesn't matter. How many of you remember the Best Buy that used to be over here and had a incredible hot dog stand that was ran by a local family, and they had hot dogs the size of your arm? Every time I came here into Oahu, I would go to that place, stop by and get a hot dog. Tradition, man. I'm not a big fan of those. I'm not a big fan of the moon dials and all that kind of nonsense. I'm really pretty traditional. Okay, that John Carter is going to have some extra time because I'm going to come in here and get this coffee, so we'll give him that much time. John Carter. Hey, were you waiting for me? You were? Okay, good. I'll have a Venti Pike. With one cream, one sugar. It doesn't matter which kind of either. Oh. Let me do this. Sorry. Do you have plugins? 110 plugins under the tables over there?
No, yeah, we covered that. Yeah,
that's a bad idea. No, is there any around here that you know of?
I know there's some in the barn. It's like right over there.
Okay. All right, cool. Thank you. Appreciate that. You're gonna, you guys, it's gonna be hilarious when you find out who's next. All right, brother. Thank you, man. Oh, he said the bar, not the barn. The bar, I don't want to go in there. All right, I know I'm going to look for a 110 plug-in real quick. You know what? Actually, this is a. Let's do a little walk around. Let me do this. Let me do this. Okay, you ready for who's next on the list? Linda Hay. Linda Hay, you're number 3 on the list, and you just got through saying, "Well, time's up." You're right. Time's up for him. It's not for you. So you win a Waikiki trolley pass, Linda Hay. How about that? Yep, I knew you were there. I just read your quote, your name in your comment. Ta-da! Nope. I just need a 110 power for about a few minutes. And I don't think they have it. They do, but it's locked off. Doggone it. All right. Well, this area here, it's in Kaka'ako. It's called the Salt. It is a really, really cool area to come to because there's coffee shops, really, really cool like cafe type eateries, and there's full service restaurants. So let's just do a walk around of here real quick because I love this area. This is a great area to come outside of Waikiki, and you're going to see a lot more locals here than you will tourists, things of that nature. So let me, I need to do one little thing here with the power. I apologize to have to set you down again, but I got to. So Linda, you know what you need to do. You need to just act like we've never communicated before. I know you've won things in the past, but please just make sure that you send Terry all your information. First name, last name, email, phone number, and dates you think you're coming. When are you going to be coming? What was your comment? No, I didn't see it. I'm sorry. I was actually looking away.
Because they brought the sheet over. It's like harder.
What did you say, Linda? Please pass to the next name. Oh, okay. Well, that's very kind of you. That's very kind of you. Well, the next name is my name, so I'm gonna. No, it's not. All right, let's do this. It's very, very kind of you, Linda. Very kind of you. I have to do some addition here. Oh, look at this. I don't think she's been on here either. Colette Tui. Colette. A loyal Aussie. Is Colette there? It's very nice of you to do that too, Linda. Janet, look at you, man. What a stud. She is on? Okay. And then so Linda, let me do this because I think you've done something like this a couple of times. Just do this just for dated reasons, if you would. If you will just put down, send a message to Terry that on this day you were given a pass, but you gave it up and you're not going to be here to 2025. But tell her that Tony said this, that I'm going to give you and John 2 trolley passes for when you do come here. So when you come in 2025, just let us know about 90 days before, and whether they're giving them away or I need to buy them or whatever. But I want to give you those passes because you two have been very loyal and very good, very, very good supporters. And I know that you've had some challenges with getting here, but so I want to give you 2 of those passes. Anyway, those are the cool passes too, the ones that are all day free for all the routes. And then the second day is free as long as the second day is consecutive with the first one. Okay, so just make sure you do that. But send that message to Terry. She'll make a note of it and archive it. So whenever you guys know your dates in 2025, just let me know. All right? Okay, so guys, so this is what's called the Salt, right? This restaurant here. Some of these I've been in and just had a drink in. Others I've actually eaten in. But this Revolution Sun, I don't know. Or Revolution, I don't know anything about it. Orange Theory, that's a fitness center up there. This place, I cannot think of the name of it, but I have been in here. I remember the bread they had on something here was really super good. But this whole area here, this whole area in here is just a collection of really nice cafes. This Arvo used to be in Waikiki, right over there by the Ambassador. This is a really nice cafe, coffee shop. They do smoothies, sandwiches, things of that nature. But this is just a really good place to come in an afternoon. If you come here on a Friday, Saturday night, it's just teeming with people. If you like people, you don't mind the crowds, come here. This place right around the corner here, as you probably saw, is a chocolate place. They have it's a tasting. They have a tasting bar. It's kind of cool. So we'll take a look. The Boiling Crab. I don't know. I don't know if they're closed or not. They were. It looks like, well, they're closed now for sure, but I'm not sure if they're closed for good or not. Hank's Hot Dogs. This place here has really, really good hot dogs. I'll show you in just a second. Oh, okay, here, yeah, they're open from 3 to 10. This is Hank's Hot Dogs. Let me go back this way. Sorry for the turnaround. It's actually bright, sunny, and it's raining right now. There you go, Hank's Hot Dogs. Oh, is that right? Redfish has a location in oh, what's the name of that hotel? My gosh, I can't believe that. The name of the hotel that Wendy Silva likes. Drawing a blank. But they have a Redfish over there as well. Yes, if you are going to buy a Star of Honolulu or Rockahula. Oh, I'm sorry. No. I'll back up. If it's only Star of Honolulu, you can save 20%, which is a sizable amount if you use that code PSD20 at checkout. Also on Star of Honolulu, on Waikiki Trolley, on any of their tours or trolley pass purchases, if you use the discount code GTH20, I'm sure Janet will put that in there. Yeah, Wayfinder. The Wayfinder, there's a Redfish over there. But if you're going to go to Waikiki Trolley or buy any of the tours on Inoa, which is their Circle Island tour, or the Pearl Harbor tour, you can save 10% by using GTH10 at checkout. Yeah, here's the Redfish. No, they're still open for right now anyway.
Yeah, I'm fine. I'll go get one if I want.
Well, I know that's one of this is a lot too.
I bring Lucille out here because they're very, very dog friendly out here. And it goes over into this area. Let's just look at their directory. I'll just show you the directory. I know you're probably not familiar with just the names, but you know, if you come here, just take a look at that if you want to do a screenshot of that maybe. Boiling Crab, Bevy, RVRO or Arvo, AOL Coffee or Cafe in Hawaii, Lolohana Estates Chocolate, that's that place over there, Lanakai Juice, Kahala Clothiers, Kaka'ako Information Center, Pioneer Salon. Oh, I thought I just saw her on here just now. I didn't just see Colleen Tui? Oh, Nancy, don't tell me that. Did she really just sign off? Oh, man. Okay, let's do the next one. Time's up. Okay. I think I'm going to say the last name correctly. It's Tracy Cairns. Tracy Cairns, and the last name is spelled C-A-I-R-N-S. Tracy is the first name. C-A-I-R-N-S. Tracy. She's got 5 minutes. She gets a Waikiki trolley pass. This whole area, this immediate area that I'm in is again called the Salt. But this area is called Kaka'ako, and this is close to where the farmers market is and where that Friday night harbor night is. And we're going to walk by that in just a moment. Yeah, you're going to get wind noise for a little bit because I had to take the wind screen off to charge. So apologies about that. I've always liked this logo of this company here. I should have waited and got the coffee here. But before it was cool, before Kaka'ako was cool, and they had all these really cool murals. You see the murals on the warehouses, and some of the warehouses down there. I stayed in that building right there. That's a really cool building. It has a hole in the very top of it. That was years and years ago. That's before, well, a lot of this was here, but it was dirty and drudgy. But let's stop across the street here. This area out here, Kaka'ako, is really worth your time. If you're staying here 7 days or more on Oahu, I would spend an afternoon out here. There's the other side of the Boiling Crab. You see that highway inn? That's one of the highest rated food places out here. I wasn't going to go down this area, but I'm going to now just because I remember the highway inn. But if you come out here to eat, Boiling Crab is really good. Hot dogs, really right there is very good. But highway inn is a different level. And see, it says Assault right there at our Kaka'ako. That's what that whole area is right there. Hello, world famous. Haven't seen you in a day. Did we get a response from Tracy? Clock's ticking. No, we are in Kaka'ako, Michelle. We are outside of Honolulu. Chinatown is that way. Aloha Tower is that way where we just came from. Waikiki is back that way. That's where we're going to walk. And then the right over around this way is where the Honolulu Harbor Nights and the Kaka'ako Farmers Market is. We're going to walk by that. We just came in here so we could look at the Salt And again, just to repeat, the Salt is this area right here. It's made up of all these restaurants. There's gyms. There's that's the gym right over there, Orange Theory. Wow. And I actually haven't seen either of the three others that are right behind these guys too. Nancy, when are you coming? When are you coming to? But I think Nancy's won. Doesn't Nancy have a Waikiki trolley? I think she does. Nancy Edwards. I thought Nancy Edwards did win one. Yeah, I think Tracy's not on here. Is Nancy on here? Time's up for Tracy. Okay. How much does it cost to subscribe? To subscribe to what? Well, Nancy, let me know if you don't take a if you are going to come here in October and meet up, let me know and I'll get you a pass. For sure. Just let me know when you know for sure. Okay. All right. So let's go to the next name. Linda Perez. We only have two more, so this is the second one. We've got three to give away. So we gave away one. Second one, Perez. Clock's ticking. Are you there? You're welcome, Nancy. You're on every stream and you do a great job, just like Janet, Sandy. Very helpful to the stream and the members, so we do appreciate it. It may get a little noisy and windy for about 10-15 minutes, guys, and it's either that or we run out of power. So Cutter, they've been there forever. Plug the power and I'll go back the other mic. It'll sound perfect. I know it's intermittent and it can be daunting. Linda Perez, she's on the clock. The wind is bad, okay. All right, I'll switch it out. Look at all that construction going on over there. Linda Perez on the clock. Can't hear it because it's so bad. All right, Mr. Comedian. How's that? How's the wind now? The wind should be dead. Wow, going down this list is for the birds. We need to do trivia instead. That way we at least know that we have people online that are going to answer and be responsive. Let's do that instead. Yes, I know it's better. I made it better. Yeah, that's a beautiful building. Now you get a little bit better look of some of the residential buildings I was mentioning the other day about. You know, a lot of people talk about the disparity in housing here, but it's not housing, it's affordable housing, because they are just building like no one's business. I mean, check this out. And you'll be able to see more when we go at the other end down here, but these buildings, like we were speaking on the other the stream the other day, these are second and third homes. Big Asian market, big mainland market of buyers who come here. Someone said the other day it almost makes them seasick when they watch me walk, but I think the camera is really steady. Maybe it's when they see things going by so fast, I guess. Maybe it's because I'm walking quickly. Here's another shot of that building. Next time we are in Kaka'ako, we will walk by the building that has the swimming pool that sticks out of the side of the building. If you go to get notifications on YouTube, there's a little bell right beside the subscribe button. Just click that bell and it'll give you options for notifications. On Facebook, below the main image, there are 3 little dots on the lower right hand side. On Android, I believe it is. I think it's the same on Apple. But you click those 3 little buttons, those 3 little dots, and you can choose your preferences for notifications. All right, so we are at Ward. See that? Ward and Ala Moana Boulevard. And right there is the Kaka'ako food market, what have you. That's where they have the Kaka'ako farmers market on this lot, and on this lot on Saturdays. And on Friday nights at 4 o'clock, I think to 10, they have the Honolulu Harbor food market, or night market right there. We may come there this coming Friday And I think Shasta and I are going to do the farmers market again. Even though we did it just not long ago, I think we're going to do it again this coming weekend. I'm asleep at the switch. What's going on? Did I miss something? Oh, time's up for Linda Perez. Okay. All right, we're not doing that anymore. We're just going to do trivia. Trivia is much better because I know you're on. Is that chatbot back on? It was actually turned off. Actually, we can answer a few streaming and programming questions with you guys because the people who are on here are really the very loyal, constant viewers and OGs. So if we did a farmers like this Kaka'ako farmers market, we did that about a month ago. Do you feel it's too soon to come back and do it again this coming weekend? Is that too soon? A lot of the vendors are going to be the same, but a lot of the vendors have new items or different foods, things they're out of. We can go do it. We can do some of the other farmers markets, but I just think this farmers market and this night market are just so well done. Here it is right here. Honolulu Harbor Nights. So they have a, and this may not mean like a lot to you guys, but some of these tours or some of these trucks are here all the time, so they're not trucked in each time. But this may not mean that much to you, but let me show you. If you go to a number of the other farmers markets, man, they just do not do a good job with seating and trash. But this, look at this. I mean, they have this beautiful deck, all this seating. See that sink? They have a sink there for you. The seating doesn't seem like it's a big deal. It really doesn't. But I'm telling you, if you buy something and you don't have any place to eat, it's a big deal. It almost turns you off to coming back to that farmer's market, in my opinion. But this Friday night, it's the Friday night market. So it's just mostly food trucks. And the food trucks will come along right through here. They'll line up from here all the way down the end. Okay? And the other thing they have here, and I don't think that they have it every time. I know this may seem off color, but I know some people really like this. And my mother's a big fan of this, so I'm going to mention it. They have a bathroom set up here that's a stainless steel type of a trailer. And for the, and just so you know, I want to be really clear, for the food truck event, the food truck event on Friday nights, they have a facility, a trailer that's pulled up right there. It's like very, very clean. It's like a stainless steel bathroom. It's very nice. But for the farmers market, unfortunately, all they have are the porta-johns. So yeah, Cassie Vegas, you and Mr. Cassie Vegas have to definitely come here. It's a Friday, Saturday night thing, man. It's just the vibe that you get on both of those events. And I guess all the farmers markets are that way, but for some reason, this particular farmers market and this particular food event, it's just really family oriented. It just, you see families getting off work on Friday nights. They bring their kids out. They're having a great time. They have a a beer and wine garden right here. And then they have live Hawaiian music. I think they have 3 different artists that play. So it's just really, really nice. It's just a good vibe. I know, especially if you're landlocked right now or you're in bad or inclement weather, it's always nice to see the ocean or the harbor like this. Check this, guys. Can I take a picture of that or show them?
What's that? Yeah.
See that? Check that out. Wow, that's cool. All right, thanks, man. He just got that at the bento truck right there. And those pineapples they do slushies inside of them. They put slices of pineapple on the outside. It's just really, really good. Very fresh. I know, I want one too. So you may not want to walk from Aloha Tower back, but you can certainly walk from Waikiki, which is just right there. There's Ala Moana Mall. So if you can walk from Waikiki to Ala Moana Mall, you can certainly walk to the farmers market, which is right over here. I mean, you don't have to. I mean, obviously, Uber comes up there. There's a bus stop right on that other corner right over there. But to walk from Waikiki to here is not a daunting task if that's something that you like to do. And then you get to see this type of thing. I never get tired of seeing some of these boats. I just think it's a great little thing to see. You know, sometimes when you come earlier in the day, today is going to be too late, but if you come earlier in the morning, like 7, 8 o'clock, you get to see the boats come in with some of their catches. And they string them up over here and they cut them up. I just think that's cool to see. Hello, Sharon. And I just think it's a great walk to see a little bit different part of Waikiki, Honolulu. This is actually Honolulu area that you wouldn't see otherwise. There's some of the catamarans, the backup catamarans there. We're going to be doing one of those really soon. I believe you guys can actually look that up, though. I think the walk is 3.5 miles from 3.5 or 4.5 from maybe 3.5 from Aloha Tower to International Marketplace. Actually, would one of you guys look that up? How long it is? What's the distance from Aloha Tower to International Marketplace? I'm curious. If you do some of the like parasailing, there's a parasailing boat coming in. There's a glass bottom boat coming in. This one right here is this is a glass bottom boat here. This is where you'd come to see some of the activities or take place with some of the activities. Operating hours of what? Be specific, please. There you go. Yes, again, please like and share the stream. And share it when the stream ends, if you would. And if I could be so bold as to ask, if you guys really want to help out, I mean really, really, really want to help out, go watch some of the YouTube videos, even though you may have watched them already. If you just watch them and God, look at those rods and reels, man. Aren't those cool? Those are so cool, man. And then leave comments on those videos. I know that's really brash to be asking you about that, but if you do it, it certainly helps us out tremendously. You know, watch a couple of the videos a little bit, you know, just a minute or so. Leave a comment. Leave a comment on those videos. It really helps us out. We're going to start putting a lot more time, and frankly, I'm just going to put some ad money behind the YouTube channel because we're just not growing it organically. That's definitely not your fault. We're in a very, very competitive marketplace. So, or category, I should say, very, very competitive category. So we just have to do it the old-fashioned way and just put some money behind it. I'm fine with doing that. But if you would comment on some of the videos, that would be very helpful and appreciated. Thank you. Okay, let's do a Waikiki trolley. All right, the third correct answer gets one of the killer Waikiki trolley passes. And please don't guess if you're not coming this year. I know that may sound coarse, but I don't mean it to sound that way, but I just want you to be able to use it. And if you can't, I want to leave it available for someone who can't. And trust me, there's going to be a lot of other things. I'm going to announce some things that we're going to be doing maybe on this stream, maybe on Wednesday's stream. A couple really, really cool things. All right, so here we go. What is the correct name and correct spelling of the hot dog stand or the hot dog restaurant at Kaka'ako? Third correct answer. Third correct answer. Sparky Nishili? Sparky wins. Sparky, I've never seen your name, I don't think. Have I? Sparky Nishili? I can't see it as I'm walking. That was the third best answer, third correct answer. You win a Waikiki trolley pass. Have you been on here before? Am I just not remembering you right, or what? You know what, Diane, you are correct. That is the correct one, but I was going for hot dogs. So, yep, you have. Okay, yay, good deal. Been watching for a while. Love the name. All right, so Sparky, just make sure that you send a DM to Terry. Tell her the question and the answer, and you'll need to give her your first name, last name, email, and phone number. That's required of the Waikiki trolley people, and we will get that Waikiki trolley pass. When are you coming to Oahu next? Why do I get the feeling you live here? How is that water there today, huh? I mean, hang on, let me see. Is that coming through? Look at that water. Gee, my knee. I'm gonna try and not focus on these girls on either side of me so you're not upset, but I'm just gonna point this. I may point the camera down when I walk away, but I'm not falling if it looks that way. How about that, huh? Yeah, it's storming. It's going to storm, it looks like. Over there by Waikiki trailhead, it's oh, so sad. Terrible. If you're very quiet, you can hear them. Hear them? I don't want to leave. It's so sad. It's terrible. There is if you see way out there, you see the parasailing? How many of you would do parasailing? Sometimes I feel bad when I turn around and there's like guys I don't care about, but there's girls standing there or sitting there. Oh, that guy's banking. That's such a cool shot too. When you bank hard like that and you're looking back this way on the plane, you can see back at the airport area. They normally go all the way across past Oahu and then bank out that way. They just may have had another order. But anyway, I'm not trying to focus on this girl right here, but I want you to see this view. Look at this view right here. Diamond Head, Rainbow Tower, Magic Island. Isn't that a beautiful shot with the beautiful blue up against the sky there? I just think it's a good shot. Ignore that chat bot. I don't know why that's on there. I've taken that off myself. Terry said she couldn't do it, and I took it off there myself today. Obviously, I didn't. I didn't do a very good job of it. All right, since we've got the best 67 viewers right now, let me ask you a couple of housekeeping questions. Are you tired of the Waikiki trolley passes? Would you prefer to not have those? Have we overdone them? We are at Ala Moana Beach. So right over there, past this harbor, is a Kaka'ako food truck area where they have the Friday night harbor nights and where they have the farmers market. Then there's a harbor, and this is where Ala Moana Beach starts and Ala Moana Beach Park starts. And the park just goes all along this way, all the way to the edge of where Ala Moana Mall is, and that's Magic Island right that way. I figured we'd just walk this way back to Waikiki, just so you could see it. Not tired. I'm sorry, I didn't even look at it, didn't even see what some of the responses were. I'm sorry. Let me scroll back. No, not at all. Nope. Love them. Not tired. I wish you were too, Miss Cassie Vegas. We'd go to your the world's most expensive acai bowl joint that you like and get an acai bowl, and then maybe go get a Bloody Mary at Monkey Pod. Or maybe get a coffee with Mr. Cassie Vegas. And I am just taking your word for it that your husband is not upset with me calling him Mr. Cassie Vegas, because I don't want him to pinch my head off when he sees me next time. I don't know if I need to be ready when I see him next time, or if he's going to be happy next time. But I call him that respectively. Yeah, the water, because it's lower tide, and you can see just the break of the reef out there. The break of the reef out there. That's why this water gets flat, because there's a lot of reef underneath that breaks the waves coming. So it looks a lot more shallow than it is. And well, it doesn't look shallow. The water looks clear like it does because it is shallow. That's what I meant to say. All right. Well, okay, so we'll keep them. I love doing business with them. They are just such great people to help us out like they do. And you guys, it's reciprocal. You know, they give passes. You do a great job in tagging them. I think the page does a great job in marketing them. But the product is great. I mean, I'll be honest, I was not really that big of a fan of going out on the trolleys, but the trolley seemed to be really nice on the Blue Line when we did that the other day. I think we're going to do the red route. I don't want to do the pink route because I think the pink and orange. I'm just not fans of those because they're so short and they cover a lot of the ground that we cover when we walk, to be honest. But the red route goes out to China, Chinatown, goes to the monuments. I just think that's a little bit more engaging for you. Okay, here's the other question. If you had your choice of a trolley pass or a catamaran, free catamaran, a sunset or a turtle snorkel. No. Forget I said that. Forget I said turtle snorkel. A catamaran ride, which is either a sunrise or a sunset or just a booze cruise. And just to give you price, in case that has a bearing, the price of those catamarans, the ones that we're talking about, are about $79, and the price of the trolley pass is about $59. So if you'd prefer to have the trolley, put in a number 1. If you'd rather have a catamaran, put in a number 2, please. 1 for a trolley, 2 for a catamaran. One for a trolley, 2 for a catamaran. Wow, it's pretty even, looks like to me, right, or no? Wow, I can't even tell. It looks like it's split, huh? More 2s, more for catamarans, huh, Janet? Okay, good. 2 wins, huh? Well, we're going to be doing some giveaways on that catamaran, but I think I had to change out the power, guys. So the audio is going to be a little bit not as perfect. Yeah, this is a great beach as a comparison to Waikiki, and it's a nice walk. I mean, you're seeing the walk. Did anyone get the distance from Aloha Tower to International Marketplace? Yeah, you could do that. Well, the sand is a little bit rockier than Waikiki, you can see. But I mean, you can also see it's really good for paddleboarding. It's excellent for foil surfing. Excellent for people who aren't as attuned to swimming, because you can walk out. You can almost walk out to where that person's swimming right there. And this is Ala Moana Beach again, and it's raining. Sun's out bright. You see the sun's out nice and bright, but it's raining. Janet, 3.7 miles. Boy, how was that? How was that for a guess? I think I said 4 point. 3.5 or 3.7, something like, or 3.4, 3.5 or 4.5, right in the middle. So 3.7. So it's it'll be like maybe 4 miles the way we walk, because we zigzag just a little bit, not much at all. Thank you, Janet, as always. Where's Lucille? That fat bomb dog is asleep or watching her cartoons. And yes, she does have cartoons. I have a laptop beside her bed that has a Looney Tunes marathon for 10 hours. And she watches them. And she literally does. She will be, if I don't turn it on, she cries. She'll cry and cry and cry and cry. And I turn it on and she'll fall asleep in front of that computer listening to Looney Tunes. But we went out on a long haul this morning, and she went home, ate too much chicken, too much salmon, and broccoli and rice and yams, and that bum of a dog just went to sleep. It's a cartoon marathon. That's what it's called. It's on YouTube. I think she just likes the sound. I think I could probably put anything on there, but she likes the sound. But she stares at it, you know. Oh, she would love seagulls being eaten videos. She's not a fan of seagulls at all. She got attacked when she was a little tiny dog. Turn you off, or we got to put up with the wind for about 10-15 minutes. So my apologies. It's one or t'other. So this sand is a little bit dirtier, if you would, a little bit rougher, has little rocks, things like that in it, in comparison to Waikiki, but it's a different experience, you know. In La Jolla, I'll post some pictures of La Jolla. It's just a beautiful place if you've never been there. She and her brother Oliver he lived and she lives a tortured life, you know. And he was 3 years older than she was, and he was her protector. And I got Lucy from I don't think I've even told you this. Maybe I did. She was in a dog bait farm, you know, for bait dogs. They raise rabbits, but they raise small dogs, small like chihuahuas, and they use them as bait for fighting dogs. Just because when they're not when they're puppies, but when they're, you know, about a year old, those dogs are still small, but they're so fast. They're fast like rabbits. And they put them in the plywood circle where they fight the dogs, and they train them to grab them and kill them. And I found this punk on Craigslist, and he wanted like $500 a dog, and she had pictures of them, but they were younger. They were too young to be taking away, which is a red flag for me. And it was in San Diego, so I went to his house, and I knew I didn't grow up, well, I guess I did grow up in Oklahoma, so I know what it was. I pulled up to his house and I could see over his fence, and in his fence they usually do it with plywood or tires, and it's a circle It's about 12 foot around, 15 foot around. And I looked over the top and I knew what it was, and I could smell other dogs. And I went into the garage where he was, and he had little cages, two smaller cages for these dogs. And he had ribbons around their necks, so they were, you know, certain colors. And I looked over and I could tell in the corner. I know what all these tools are because I've been around dog fight people who fight dogs. When I lived in Oklahoma, a couple of my friends' fathers did, and I hated it. We used to let their dogs out, and I hated that guy. But one of the tools they have is to get rid of the small dogs, the puppy dogs. You know, the puppies, when they're deformed or not very good, they drown them, and they'll just put them in a bucket and drown them. And then there's a pipe that's on the side of the bucket. It's like the pickle barrels, a 5-gallon buckets. They just hit them in the head with the pipe and throw them in the water, and they drown. I know that's sad to say, but that's what they do. And so I looked over in the corner and I saw that bucket, and there's water in it. There's no dogs in it, and there's like 7 puppies, and they're all about the size of a Twinkie. You know, the dogs each. And I said, hey, it was so hard to be nice to the guy. I said, hey man, what's up? He goes, oh, not much, man. Hispanic guy. I said, how much for the dogs? He says, $500. I said, man, I wanted more than one. What's your best price? And he says, oh, I got them all. You know, they're all sold except for, you know, one, but I'll let you have choice, which didn't make any sense. I said, okay. And this is how I usually find dogs or pick a dog out of a crowd. I put them all on the ground. I sit down on the ground. I push them all away, and I call them. I see which one comes out, and I push them all back again. And I do that several times. The one that fights their way to the front to come to me, that's the one I've picked in the past. So I did that, and Lucille comes out. You know, she's straggling a little bit, and I said, what's the matter with her? I said, why is she like that? Or why don't you want to keep her? And he says, well, look at her back toe, and her tail is broke. And so her tail was not broke, it was just bent, and her back toe was kind of bent out like that. And I said, you're getting rid of her because of that? And he says, yeah, these are all show dogs. And he was just lying. He's just a liar. I could tell, you know, because they weren't show dogs. None of them were, you know. And I said, if you'll sell them for $400, I'll take them all. And he says, okay. So I gave him $400 for each one. Took all the dogs, put them in a one was in a shoebox and one was in a bag, and the one was in a bag was the canvas bag, was Lucille. The others I put in a shoebox. And I took them out to the car, and Oliver was in my car. And I put them all in the back seat, and out of all of them, Oliver jumped from the back seat from the front seat to the back seat, and jumped on top of Lucy, and was just smelling her. And I said, man, that's the one we picked, Oliver. So I called the papers, I called the police. They went and busted the guy, and it was like a long, drawn-out thing. We went to court. I had to go as a witness. They wrote a whole story in New Times about this guy being a dog breeder for lure dogs. And I found homes for the other dogs. A couple of them were right down the street from me, and we would go see them from time to time. They were beautiful dogs, and that's where Lucille came from. Yeah, they were going to get knocked out and put in water. You know, maybe that day, maybe a month later, maybe never. But it's just it's sad. And I wanted to go back. It really, really was. It was very difficult for me not to lock my car and go back in there and put that guy in that bucket. But there were like 6 other guys outside. They're all sitting around that kind of pit. But you can tell the dogs, they had a whole big area where dogs were all chained up, and it was hot. And I was like, man, you have those dogs chained up out there? And he says, yeah, it makes them tough. And I wanted to take him outside and say, you know what makes people tough? Getting the brakes beat off of them. But I didn't. The cops did their duty. And that's it. That's Lucille's origin story. Oh, hopefully he's dead. I don't want to be locked away. I hope he's dead. I'm sorry, I missed a couple of... Oh, I haven't seen those other dogs in years. That was a long, long, long time ago. That was years ago. Yeah, I don't buy those stories when people say, well, that's just their heritage, that's how they were growing up. No, it's not. I know a lot of Hispanic people, a lot of African American people, and a lot of white trash people that are super nice people. Has nothing at all. That's a route that they chose. They deserve all the hell that God gives them, in my opinion. Yeah, those guys that can do that, I can't do anything that's cruel to dogs, and I can't stand anyone who can allow that to happen. Or chickens even. You know, there's a lot of chicken fighting in Oklahoma, Texas, lived in both places. I can't tolerate that. And the people that do it, I have zero problem causing them pain. Zero, none at all. Can you? Hopefully, you guys can see that critter right there with the.
Right there. You don't bite. Don't bite about it.
Is there a barracuda over there?
Yeah, right there. Small one. That's a good size one, actually.
Where's there?
Yeah. Right there. You see him?
Oh man, that is a barracuda, isn't it? Can you guys see him right there?
Yeah.
Hey, what's the national fish called? Do you know the name?
Oh, it's a long. It's long word.
Humu humu nuku nuku aho.
That's it. Look at that barracuda. Can you guys see him? Can you guys see him there? I'll hold it really still. Wow, that's a pretty good size one, huh?
Yeah, that's a good one. That'll take a chunk out of you. Man eater.
I've seen them big in Mexico,
Oh, yeah.
boy. Woo.
They got the ones, the deep sea ones.
Yeah,
They go flying, yeah.
yeah,
They go flying. He's doing the same thing, but on a smaller scale.
yeah, for sure. Beautiful fish. Thanks for pointing them out.
Yeah.
Did you guys see that fish? Wow, that is so cool. This already. I bought a Polaroid lens for the phone, and I actually forgot that. And I didn't have it either. I want to get a Polaroid lens for you guys so you can see those fish just like I do. Sometimes you come over here where the water's really, really shallow, and you see some of these bigger fish because this is. Obviously, I'm stating the obvious. This is ocean water, but this current comes along here, so sometimes it washes some of the fish carry it. You'll carry the current over here. Yeah, by Anna Nancy Hart. Or Anna Nancy Wilson, rather. She can belt out that tune, boy. I mean, man, she just lets it rip. I love that you guys like these long streams that you stay on. You know, so I know you could just, and maybe you just listen to it. You listen to me drone on and on, my horrible voice about stupid things, but mostly about Waikiki. I try and keep it focused on Hawaii. But we're just going to do a short stream, announce the winners and be done. But I figured, you know what, let's walk back to Waikiki, and most of you have stayed on. I think that's wonderful. I appreciate it. I really do. So there's Ala Moana Mall right there, the Ala Moana Hotel. Ala Moana Hotel is also home to Signature Steakhouse. Very, very good steakhouse. I'm not a fan of the hotel. Nothing really against it personally or the people who own it. I just don't like the location because it's just right in between. That's really why I'm not a big fan of Prince or Modern or Ilikai, because they're just in between, you know. I think if you're going to be outside of Waikiki, for my personal taste, I would be out at Ko'olina or at Turtle Bay. If you're going to be outside of Waikiki, get outside, man. And maybe split time, have 2 or 3 days at the Iolani, the Four Seasons, or Ko'olina, and then a couple or a couple days at Turtle Bay to get outside of it. But there's the mall right there. There's 3 floors. Up on that very top floor, which you may want to go to just if you don't have one in your hometown, it's called Sugar Factory. Do any of you know what Sugar Factory is? Sugar Factory is a massive, massive, massive candy store, but it's also a dessert store. It's like a party place. It's like Fridays or Shakey's used to be back in the day if you lived in California. But it's they're really well known for their sundaes, and their sundaes are literally about the size of my hand and mounded like that. They have sundaes and banana splits. They're just incredibly, it's massive. Have you guys ever been to a Sugar Factory? We can go over there right now. I've got the time. I've got 1 hour, so we can do whatever. We can walk right into Waikiki this way. We can go into the Sugar Factory, which is on the 3rd floor right over there. No, don't go. Okay. Born and raised in Southern California. Right? You've never heard of Sugar Factory? We have a Sugar Factory there. 1 if you put in a 1 if you guys want to go, or 2 if you don't want to. Really, I don't. It doesn't bother me either way. Or if you, 1 or 2. 1 if you want to go, 2 if you don't, and we'll go that way. Oh, Raj, your daughters will lose their minds. How old are your daughters? They'll freak. You've never, well, see how many Christmas. Lance, are you going to be on for at least 20 more minutes? Lance? If you're going to be on for another couple minutes, or another 20 minutes, Lance, then I'll go. I'll take you over there. I think Emily is your daughter or granddaughter, your daughter, I think. She'll lose her flipping mind in this place. If your kids are from like 2, maybe 3 to maybe even older, because it's they built the gentleman who built it lives in San Diego, and I can't think of, it's Morgan is his name. He's the guy who started it, or one of the guys who started it. He's not my friend, but he's a really good friend of a very good friend of mine, and he lives in they didn't start in San Diego, but he lives in San Diego. They built it with influencers, so people like Drake and Kim Kardashian and other people like that, they got them to endorse it and be able to use their likenesses. So when you go in there, you'll see their pictures are everywhere. So, you know, kids that love the YouTube influencers and things like that, they go in there and just freak out, take their pictures with their pictures, and you'll see. So your daughters or sons will just flip out. This is actually one of the things that I think makes these live streams enjoyable or informative, I guess, would be the fact that we do these things that are impromptu and on the way. But we get some people very few people who complain that they say, you don't focus on Hawaii or culture, and you don't stay on your subject matter. You'll say you're going to the beach, but then you'll go to the market or Chinatown. Well, that's what it's all about, man. Showing you what's possible, and you don't have to stay on it if you don't like it. But if you like the randomness or the variety of content, stick around, man. That's what it's all about, in my opinion. I would want to know about these places if I didn't know. You said it, Wanda. Yep, the 19. The naughty 19. Well, if you guys were here, that's it right there. Doggone it, how did I miss that name? But that's not the one I was talking about before, Lance. I think you and I were talking about the Brazil style steakhouse. That's it. That's the one that's in Ala Moana. Obviously, the sign says it. But there's a different one. Not in here, but it's in Oahu somewhere. But that's really the Brazilian style steakhouse. I believe it was you and I who were discussing that. Oh man, are the stairs cut off? Oh, I think they're shut off. Oh no, they're not. Here we go. That Texas place, it's a Brazilian style or Argentinian style steakhouse where they walk around. They have skewers, big long skewers with fillets and prime rib, New York steak, pork, chicken, and they cut it off right there at your table. That's Ala Moana Park. Let's go over this way so you see a little more. Well, Wanda, it's not a just to be clear. It's a Brazilian steakhouse. If I said barbecue, I was out of line. It's a Brazilian steakhouse. They do have barbecue, but it's more of a steakhouse. They have Olive Garden up here, but this is a really nice open air venue, music. Friday, Saturday nights, this place is very busy. Here's their sound stage. So it's not just like a know-nothing bar. I mean, they have a entire sound stage there. And it gets live here. Very live. So let's go over here. So this sugar factory is quite small in comparison. It's like an eighth the size of the one that was in San Diego. Great Chinese restaurant. But let's go into so that's, check that out. So if you have like younger girls, like Lance you're talking about, someone else, Ross I think, they'll freak out when they see this. Let me, I'm gonna set this right here. Don't let me forget that coffee right there, guys. See that thing. Hi, how are you? Can I take a spin around real quick? Thank you. Appreciate it. So yeah, the telephone booth. This whole thing is set up for people doing like, they want you to do your own photo shoot and highlight like, yeah, this is so small. Oh my goodness. Some of these bigger places, the bigger sugar factories, are easily 10 times this size. But they have the same food. But see all the photos of the influencers they have up there for PR and what have you. But what they're known for, what they all have, is they all have their sundaes, banana splits. They're just massive. They're the size. It's like this right here. See it on the top right there, like that. So when you come here, you just order one of these. It'll blow you away. Check out the. They have these other like areas outside seating, of course. Let's see that. Nice signage. What's that?
A lady arrow.
Where's that? Oh, right here.
Arrow.
Yeah. And then they have this here. I had not come in here before because I thought it was as big as the other places, but there are people that line up here and get these photos taken here where they have like their ice cream sundaes and stuff here, but obviously primarily girls, they just freak out for the signage. Yeah. And they also have a full service bar. They also have a full service bar here. See that with all the hamburgers. Oh, how's it going? How are you? How long you guys been open? Only a few weeks, right?
Yeah.
6-8 weeks maybe. All right, cool. Thank you. Here's that photo booth. They're looking at me like because I'm sweating my face off. I'm completely drenched. But that's the opening right there.
So we're not going to
Am I going to get something? No. This stuff is poison for you. I mean, if you want your kids to have it once or twice or whatever, if you want to have it, doesn't matter to me. I wouldn't have it. Actually, I would bring Shasta here. Shasta will eat it. We'll actually come here. Shasta and I will come here. We'll get one of their sundaes. I'm telling you, literally, their sundaes are that big. Someone said I have short, fat hands on the stream the other day. I've never heard that before. They're actually not short. They may be fat, but they're, I don't know. Yeah, I got it. I didn't forget it. J Dynasty, very good. I know. I actually have, for my size, I think they're bigger hands, but and they're definitely not short, but they may look like just because they're fat or fat around. But that's the outside of it. That looks nice, huh? I'm actually shocked. I actually thought they had all on the other side of there, but this sugar factory is very, very small. And there's the back side of Mai Tai. Mai Tai's bar. Yes, it's at Ala Moana Mall. So there's a bunch of entrances for the mall. One of the main entrances is straight over that way. That's where the little hula stand is. It's over that way down the bottom. That's where the food court is also. It's 3 levels. It's the largest in North America, not the world, because there's one in Dubai, I think it is. Or I think it's Dubai that's bigger. I'm not sure. Yeah, it's a beautiful building. I mean, at night it really lights up. I've seen it at night a number of times and just never walked over because mistakenly I thought it was the same as all the sugar factories. I mean, the other sugar factories, some of them have movie theaters inside of them. Hilo Hattie's is closed though. Doggone it. Annette, you're bringing your bestie with you? Is that who's coming here with you? If you guys remember that that dog that we had on a video that was leaning down, chasing the goldfish, that's where he sits. And he comes there several days a week, and he sits right on that. I can't really show you. Oh, no, maybe I can. Can you see down there now? You see that koi pond? That dog will sit right there on that corner and plays with those fish, or just stares at them and wants to. That's who you're bringing with you? Oh my goodness, she's going to have a great time. Does she know that you're the master of disaster when it comes to winning things? It's ridiculous how much you win. I think it's actually kind of funny. But I'm glad you win. I'm glad you're going to be able to put them to good use. Wow, that's good. Fact check. Annette, when are you coming again? All right, let's go back. The sound should be okay now. The wind is not blowing, and plus the mall building is cutting a lot of the wind off. And if you come to the mall, let me just give you kind of about right through there. If you walked all the way through to Kapiolani, that's that next big street. There's a whole parking garage here. If you walk through there, that's where Kapiolani is. Target is right over there across. Then one more block from Target is Walmart, and right above Walmart is Sam's. So if you want to walk to Walmart or walk to Target, where we're starting right about now is a good indication. It's a little bit further because, like I said, it's a block and a half that way. But this will give you a good representation of how far it is from Waikiki if you plan to walk it or drive it. Yeah, it's actually straight that way. Straight over there. The Hawaii Convention Center is right straight through here on Kapiolani. That's Ala Moana Boulevard going right into Waikiki. That's the Prince Hotel, the Modern, and the Ilikai right straight through there. Ala Moana Beach Park, Magic Island, and Ala Moana Beach is right there. Do I drive like a demon? I'm a car fanatic. I have more car stories than I have Mexico stories for sure. And any other story. Oh, excuse me. I scared her to death. The look on that lady's face when she turned around. Oh yeah. Down by La Cienega. been to a number of events there when they had like parties there. They use that as a venue for events. Do you know Tom? Do you know a guy named Craig Jackson? Do you know who that is? Or a guy named Tom Barrett? That kind of gives it away. Blow your mind here in a minute. Do you know that name? Craig Jackson? Tom Barrett? You know who they are? When I lived in Paradise Valley, please do not jaywalk, please, people, or walk across the sign. Craig Jackson was a neighbor of mine a long time ago, long time ago, before we were actually friends. But he and one of his best friends and I became friends. But Craig Jackson owns Barrett Jackson Auto Auction, and Craig Jackson's dad was the one who started with Tom Barrett, so it was Barrett Jackson Auto Auction. But Craig Jackson owns it now, and I used to. Let me see. I want to be very careful, kind of how I say this, but he actually lived about 8 houses down from me, and actually down from him, actually down and across from him was, do you know who, obviously you've heard of Evel Knievel, right? Well, if you look up Evel Knievel's house in Paradise Valley, his ranch was down from Craig Jackson's dad's house, and Craig's house was down about 8 houses from there, and about 6 houses down from there was my house from his. That's when I lived in Paradise Valley. So we got to be friends. And we got to be really pretty good friends with Robbie Knievel. You know, Robbie Knievel. Jump at Caesar's Palace. Got completely jacked up. But we were there when he did that, when he did the Moon Valley Nissan jump years ago and just about ripped his tail end off. But back to the cars. Craig Jackson and Steve, who is his VP of operations, they take cars in on consignment, and I used to fund some wholesale cars, not wholesale cars like a bunch of Impalas, but we would do that from time to time, like Avis or Hertz. They'd sell like a lot. I don't mean a lot like, well, it is a lot in numbers, but they'd sell them by lots, lot numbers like 25 or 50 at a time. You'd buy them, you'd detail them, and turn them around. But for the auction, we would do some of their cars. So I didn't own and drive, but I took ownership of the cars. So I guess theoretically, as a cars. I'm gonna trade something out here in a second. Hold on, guys. Yeah, Evel Knievel was a punk. He was so mean to his son, but his son was a... All right, is that audio should be much better now. How's that? No, we're not waiting for the bus. I had to change out the audio. The audio should be much better now. How's that? Is that better? Yeah, I'm not a big Harley guy, a motorcycle guy. I'm just not born to ride motorcycles. I wreck and almost kill myself when I ride those. But man, we had the opportunity to be around a lot of cars, but I actually had a chance to own them, and what we would do is we would buy them but transfer them. So the true ownership and name on the title of some of these cars were still mine. So to say I had owned them at one time, I just love that. But we've had, you know, 560 AMG, an AMG Hammer, a true AMG Hammer. You may know what those are. Is a full AMG Hammer engine, Hammer transmission, differential. Had DP 935, which was the steel slant nose, but I also had a couple of the, it was a 93 Cabriolet slope nose, but all aluminum front nose, Cabriolet Porsche. Bunch of those. Had an F1, F8. I had a, do you remember these? The 55 SL Gullwing with Rudge wheels and the Rudge luggage. The whole luggage. We bought it from a lady who was divorcing her dentist husband, and she knew where all of his cars were hidden, so she called us and said, "You want to buy these cars?" So we were very, very lucky to get some of those cars. Had silver Rays, had a silver Spur, had several Phantoms. So yeah, man, even though we've had them, they were more for like sometimes rentals too, do exotic rentals. That's the Pauhana place we went in the other night. That's a great place to go for just listening to music, food. I don't know about their food. I don't know what the quality of their food is, but it's, I see people eating it a lot. Yeah, you can get rinsed though buying some of those cars. We got eaten alive on a bunch of them, but it's, you know, it's a fun. I love going to the auctions too. Oh, really? Nice. I never did get into racing. There's the Prince. It's a nice hotel, but it's out of the way too much for me. Discovery Cove. Or I'm sorry, Discovery Bay. That's very popular for vacation rentals. A number of these places along here are popular for vacation rentals, but also for longer term rentals along through here. We had a 65 GT500 with a supercharger from the factory, blue-white stripe. I'm sorry, white with blue stripe. I like the Resto Mod cars that are, you know, they're the older cars, but they have the newer chassis, newer power, newer. But I also like the old, you know, straight from the factory 67, 427 SS Camaro, or 70 SS, 396. Camaro 70, I love those. These right around the corner here is the Ramada, and somebody was telling me something about the Ramada, that they had an experience and they really, really liked it. And the Ramada really does kind of fall on deaf ears because it's kind of out of the way, kind of hidden, and you just don't think of a Ramada as something of a place that you would like to come and stay when you're in Hawaii. But that hotel, I've heard one person very recently, like within the last week, and someone about probably a month or two ago, that was a little bit longer ago, had something really positive to say about it. While we're here, I mentioned this the other day, but I didn't go by it and point it out, but I want to point it out for you. It's called the Harbor Pub right up here. I think I actually did point it out, but it was during the night. But I want to point it out because it's right here by Chart House, and Chart House is going to be closed for a little bit longer. but people don't come over here because Chart House is closed. But this pub is still open, and it's actually a really nice place to get a drink and enjoy the kind of the nautical feel, and it's kind of a locals because not a lot of tourists know about it, but I want to show it to you. Oh wow, that's cool, Tom. So here's the Harbor Pub right here. It's exactly what you think it would be. Exactly what you think it would be with this location. Check it out. Okay, you guys want to do that? Actually, we need to do something else. I was going to give you the hardest trivia question you could possibly have for today's stream, but I'm not going to do that because I know a lot of people have left and come on and they may not have been on at that point in time. So we'll do something else. We'll do a different question. Oh, you have, Jill? How do you like it there? Well, that's great then. I'm glad you guys enjoyed yourself. You know what? We'll just try it. I'll just try this. Because if you get this, you really deserve it. You really, really, really deserve it. Okay. For a Pearl Harbor, that VIP Pearl Harbor pass, and you have to be coming to Waikiki or to Oahu this year in 2024. Okay, so please don't answer unless you're going to be here in 2024. Let me get past the trolley. Let's wait for this gentleman and this family to get out of the way. All right, guys. Excuse me, ma'am. Enjoy yourself.
Yeah, but I also...
Okay, here we go. The first correct answer gets this one, because I bet we don't have one. What was the phone number of that fishing charter that was at the Honolulu harbor? It was on that van, it was on the sign, and it was on that boat. What is that phone number for a fishing charter? And it's the most popular fishing charter phone number in that area. What was the phone number for it? It's easy to remember if you saw it. It stands out. You would look at it and say, oh my gosh, that's a great number. What was it? Ooh, that's close. God, you guys are so good. You guys are close. On the truck. It's got to be the one on the truck. What's the one on the truck? How are you guys getting it this close? Gee, many Christmas. I need to shut down. I cannot believe one of you even got close. Nancy Edwards is the queen today. Nancy Edwards, you got it. Guys, seriously, how in the world did you know to remember that number? I would have bet, I would have bet $500. If you guys would have stalled a little bit longer, I'd have bet you $500. My goodness. The Waikikian. Right over there. Do you guys want to walk through there and go through the backside of, no, can we? Yeah, we can. We go through the backside of, let's not do that. Let's go this way. Nancy. Wow. But all of you guys got close. It was 808, 900 fish. Some of you got 900 fish, but I was looking for the number that was on that truck. It was 808, 900 fish. Unbelievable. I will never doubt you guys. Some of you were so close. Oh, over there, Shirley, have you been there before? The Waikikian? Nancy doesn't need anybody to gift her any passes. Don't give Nancy nothing. Let her win it on her own. Gee, many. So have you been to the Waikikian before? Let me know. TikTok. I know there's a delay. Like a 15-second delay for some reason today. That's been a long delay. Nancy, you're shunned. Nancy, what a fall from grace. You went from being the queen to being shunned. I'm just teasing. No, you haven't? Well, let's take you through there. Let's go do this. You have a major flex for being able to have at least pulled that off, Nancy. My goodness. Do you want to throw it back into the mix and do another giveaway with someone else? I'm not sure, Greg. We'll see what happens. If I go through here, we're going through the back way. So we'll go through the back side of Hilton Hawaiian Village. So here you go. Here's your personal tour. Their lobby is beautiful. If you've not been in here before, which you said you haven't, but the others, it comes up, it's a big, beautiful area, and then it goes back down into the backside of Hilton Hawaiian Village. And I actually like going up the drive more than here. This is not as, yeah, let's go up the drive. They tell you not to do this, but we can't read. Don't read good. Throw it back? All right, Nancy. It's only because of you that you're not shunned. Otherwise, we'd have to shun you. All right, we'll do another one. I am still no less impressed with you guys for knowing as close as those answers were. That was ridiculous. This is just a pretty view. There's nothing we're going to... Isn't that nice right there? Nancy, if I were you, I would have flexed it too and then thrown it back just to let people know who's the queen. Let people know you know what's up. But isn't this a beautiful lobby? This looks very much, actually not, no it doesn't. I was going to say it looks a lot like the Four Seasons or the Princeville, but it doesn't. Princeville's actually nicer, but this is a beautiful location. We're just taking this young lady on a tour of the place she's going to be staying here. I think she said in October. Yeah, beautiful lobby. They could use some koi to eat some of that algae in there, huh? But this is such a beautiful, beautifully decorated lobby. I'm doing that on purpose, but I'm showing you the ceiling. I'm not passing out. But they had these wood carved. That's real wood too. And then they let you kind of push you out to this grand lobby area. And this lobby area goes down to the luau area, the grand lawn. They don't call it the grand lawn. That's the lawn on at Royal Hawaiian, but it is a big lawn and it is grand, so that's how we're going to call it. So if you're familiar with Hilton Hawaiian Village, I'll just tell you kind of where you are. There's the big lawn. That's the lagoon right through there. That's where the fireworks happen. That's the Rainbow Tower. That's the main reservation area, the main lobby for the Royal Hawaiian. And then if you look over here, that's the kind of the shopping area. They have their ABC store. They have Round Table Pizza. They have a lot of kiosks, a lot of crafts over there. There's a deli that's notable over there. This is also a good, kind of a good frame of reference if you like. Let me show you. I think we're right. Can you, no, you guys can't see it because of the, can you see it there? Here's the lagoon. So we're about right in the middle. See this building? That's where we are right there. Here's the lagoon. Lagoon, Cassie Vegas spelling, that's the Rainbow Tower. The main pool, main lobby area right there. And that's the Ilikai Tower. And we keep saying they have 5 towers, so let's figure this out. Let's figure it out. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 towers. I was wrong. I was arguing for 6, but it's actually 7 towers. And I think they're not going to count the modern in that. So the lagoon is that way. Did you guys like looking at that, or did I lose half of you because that was boring as hell? Let me go back to the comments. So if you guys say you don't like staying in that area. Oh, it's interesting. I like telling you, giving you bearings on where we are, so you know, because a lot of people say, oh, I remember where Rainbow Tower is, or I remember where the lobby is, or hey, I remember where such and such is. But this gives you an idea. So if you know the lobby, if you've been here before, you know that lobby is right there. So this gives you an idea that, you know, if you're trying to, I personally think that it's a good idea to learn where you are in proximity to things, because a lot of people think that Ilikai is either really close to Waikiki or way far away, or what. But you kind of see, Ilikai is right behind us. Hilton Hawaiian Village is kind of right here, and you'll see where we are in proximity to Waikiki. But look at Janet. It was 16 when they first bought it, but I guess they bought up another 6, huh? Good. I'm going to use you as my bearing, Lance, because I know you're going to be a no BS, or just say it. Say, shut up, dude. Too much, too little, too slow, too fast. You can be the designated stream whisperer, Lance. I designate you the, I guess that's how you do that, the stream whisperer. So Janet is for sure the master moderator. Or mistress moderator, I should say, or mean as a snake moderator. But you can be the stream whisperer. Just tell me if anything's too much or too little. Yeah, people would leave. They have left. Went from 70 to 57, looks like. All right, so here we are. This lawn looks like it looks smaller when it's like this, but when it's loaded up with that concert and the luau they have, it looks much bigger in my opinion. So they'll do the luau here, but if they have a corporate event, they'll move it to up there. So you can kind of see the 6th floor of that parking pavilion right there. It has the palapas and the palm trees. That looks very ornate for a parking garage. That's just because that's actually where they do the luau if this lawn is taken up by an event. So do we go right and go around the lagoon and along the beach area back to Waikiki or the Outrigger Reef, or do we go this way around the front of Hilton Hawaiian Village on the backside of Fort DeRussy Park? Right or left? The fireworks, do you see that turquoise tent right there? That's where the fireworks are let off. We watched them right over there on the other side. The last 2 weekends that we watched them were right on the other side of that fence. Nancy doesn't get a vote anymore until she's out of shunness. Wow, looks like the rights of... Okay, let's go do this. If it's not too windy around the corner here, I'm going to change the audio out again. Yeah, so our 3.7 was it, or 4.3, 3.7 miles will be longer now just because we've zigged and zagged in and out of a couple of little properties here. So that's just kind of gives you an idea. You wouldn't take this route, you would walk a more direct route. See all these fish. That barracuda was kind of cool looking, wasn't it? But it wasn't very big. That guy said, oh, it's a big barracuda. It was only about 2 foot long. See that father and daughter sitting there eating their lunch right back there. That little girl will probably remember that all of her life, and she'll be like, yeah man, my dad and I were in Hawaii, we were in front of this huge lagoon, it was crazy, fish were everywhere, sharks in the water, but we were having a good time. Yep, sure was. It was created for the Hawaiian Village, it was called, when Henry Kaiser owned it. Henry Kaiser's the one who built the tower. And then it was called Kaiser Hawaiian Village, and they changed the name because people didn't like that. And then Conrad Hilton bought it in 63, I think, 63, 61, something like that. And then they named it the Hilton Hawaiian Village. And that's when Hilton bought their own properties. They actually bought it with trust, you know, union trusts. But that's when Hilton owned more of their properties. Now they're much, much more of a management company instead of an ownership company. I love this shot. This, Sharon, this actual, and I cannot think of the name of it, I should, but I can't. This actual area right here is where Duke was born. And I can't think of the name of the hotel, and there was a hotel here called something Village. It was tiny, it was like 12 bungalows, then it went to something else called the, it wasn't the Waikiki, but it sounds like that. It sounds like that name. I can't. Somebody can look on Wikipedia or the history and find out. But then that was early on, and then Henry Kaiser bought it, and he bought all the land around. I think it was 16 acres. And that's when he called it the Hawaiian Village. But when it was even Hawaiian Village, it was a big A-frame. That A-frame was right over there, the A-frame building, and then it had like bungalow type hotel rooms around it. And then he bought the rest of it around here. And I think where they come up from 16 acres to 22, I think that 22 encompasses where the Modern is. And I think over in this other new building over here, this is the Ilikai Tower. This used to be like the high-end And it was for a long time when it was brand new, like the high end. They have private reception over here. So if you book here, you just go into there instead of going to the regular reception area. These beautiful ladies are here throughout the week. Check that out. How are you? That one lady on the end, that's the one who, she is so Hawaiian. I spoke to her a bunch of times and I said, that's the girl I actually asked on camera. I said, so why do they call it shave ice? And if I didn't have this on tape, I wouldn't even tell the story, but I do. But I said, so why do they call it shave ice? She goes, shave ice. I go, shave, yeah, instead of shaved ice, it's shaved ice, you shave it off. She goes, it's either. I said, what did you say? What do you mean it's either? She goes, call it what you want to call it. It's shaved ice. She goes, there's the place, and she named the place what is it in Haleiwa? She goes, there's a very famous place, and there's Nulu, the one on, Greg knows the one I'm talking about. I think it's Greg's favorite place, the one on Kapahulu. And she goes, yeah, it's shaved or shaved ice. I said, are you serious? Why is it that all the locals say it's only shaved, or it's only shave ice? She says, I don't know. She was shocked that I was even asking her the question. So, there you go, Lance. Thank you. So that lady is as local as it gets, and if she tells me that I can call it shaved or shave ice, I'm going with that. Hang everyone else. Yeah, Greg, what's the name of that place that you like on Kapahulu? It's catty corner from Safeway, just west of Leonard's there. Kono's is right around the corner there. Alejandro's Mexican place is now out of business. It's something else. But I can't think of the name of that. Koi's, yeah. Aoki, yeah. I don't like any of them, really, to be honest with you. They're way too sweet. They put that condensed milk on top. Ugh. You see the difference in this sand compared to the sand at Ala Moana Beach? This is really kind of just a softer sand. There's almost no rocks, or the rocks are in. The rocks are so small, tiny little pebbles. Ululani, Greg, that's it. Ululani. Yep, that's it. See, when the tide is as low as it is, that water is so calm out there. The paddle boarding is so great. You can actually walk out quite a ways. You're not going to see a lot of marine life out there just because there isn't a lot of coverage for them. Not like there is on Ala Moana Beach Park. I mean, there's not a lot of marine life there, but if you go out closer to Magic Island where that cove is, or that the kind of like the rock coping is, you'll see a lot of sea life over there, or fish over there. But that's actually a little bit difficult to snorkel in, because that when the coast or the waves come in, it just wraps around that corner. It will wreck you a little bit. So you've got to be very, very careful. As a matter of fact, you shouldn't even go over there anyway. But now look at this. Woo, hey, it's coming in a couple errant waves. This lady just got wrecked. Coming in now, man. I don't know if that's natural tide or if that's a boat. I don't see a boat out there, so it must be natural tide coming in. And see this sand, it gets washed up from earlier today. Oh yeah, here it is, it's coming. You can see it now. I didn't even look ahead of us, so now you can see it. Miss Cassie Vegas, aren't you and your daughter going to go out and go gallivanting around and cause some trouble? I believe you said that. A couple more of these waves and it's going to come over the top of this wall here, and I just soon not be here. Like this wave coming up right here. If it doesn't get caught on this, watch, here we go. Oh, that other wave hit it. When the waves hit this wall and go out and they clash with that wave, watch, this one won't. There you go. Boom. Told Mr. Cassie Vegas, I said, aloha, and don't be mad at me, and don't hurt me if he sees me, or when he sees me. It's all in fun. I'm not gonna get it. When these waves are coming up underneath this lip, it kind of makes a wave that goes out that way. But when they get up a little bit higher, about another foot, and they hit that wall and they come up, that's when they make a big bump, like this one. They need to go a little bit higher. Here we go. It's a better one. Lance. Yeah, it's too rough now for the turtles. They're not going to be out there, but let me look. I'll just look from here, I can tell. Well, I'll be doggone. I'll be doggone. There's one fighting to get out right there. Did you see him get wrecked by that by that wave? That poor thing. Don't make a liar out of me. I saw him. I know it was there for sure. Oh! Check this bad boy out. Boom. But there's another one right out there. He's trying to get around the corner. This is the one I keep calling the mother, and I don't know if it is, but she is a big sucker. Can you see her? Cassie's going to hate that she missed this, and I'm getting drenched by these waves for the cause. Oh man, God dang it. Here's what's cool about it. This turtle is so big, and this wave would normally throw it all over the place, but because they can paddle and use their weight and their fins, it's amazing how neutrally buoyant they can stay. We'll stay right here until she comes up because she's just beautiful. Her head is just huge. Let me know if you could see her okay. There's not much I can do if you can't, but she's right there. And she's so thick too. I mean, just she's fighting these waves and having some lunch at the same time. I'm just amazed by that. You can see, I don't know if you can see, but she just has her eyes on a portion of the ground down there. And look how fat that head is. Gee, and Chris has got her big old booty sticking out. Oh, there's her baby. Right there. See it? There's two. There's a turtle here and a turtle here. Ran right into her. There's two right here. Look at that. God dang it, man. I just got drenched. What's up, fella? I want to believe that's the mother, and she's just going to take that little turtle to Pound Town because she's encroaching on her lunch. Oh, there's a tiny baby one. Look at that little bitty one. That sucker's tiny right there, comparatively. Look at this, the whole family. Big fat mom right here and a little baby over there. I'll go look at that one in a second. That's one of the smallest ones I've seen. I think that's what it was. See all these little fish, tiny, tiny fish that follow that turtle around? Oh, it is. It is a tiny one. I'm going to show you this one because that's the smallest turtle I've seen in a long, long time. Hang on, guys. I got to do something here. I'm going to point the camera there for a second, but just hang on. There's the other one right there. But this little teeny, teeny, tiny one. There's a mother. So, when I say tiny, I don't mean like teeny tiny. He's right here. Can you see him? He's about the size of a basketball. He can't navigate those waves as well.
You want me here or you want me closer? A bit closer.
Yeah, he's just getting pushed around by those waves. That big turtle's barely moving. Can you see him right there? That's funny. That big turtle is in one spot, and that little one gets knocked back about 5 feet. Let me know if you guys are turtled out, if you've seen enough. I'd like to see this one come up because I saw him come up out of the corner of my eye, but he's very small. That other one over there is fighting the current. He needs to come on this side of that wall. There must be some really good food there because he's fighting it. He's not that big. This little one right here is staying right there with they're not eating the fish, but he's getting toppled by the water. But what he wants to eat is right on top of that rock because that's where he's staying. He's got his face right on top of it, and he swims back to it each time.
He is much bigger.
He's getting pushed around. Yeah, man, I'm drenched. Here he comes. What's up, little fella? Look how tiny. So tiny. There's the other one out there. See him? There's one there. Little bitty one here. The big fat one is right there. And there's one right there. That one just came up. Look how tiny his head is. I mean, he's not tiny. He's probably weighs 20 pounds. I'm just roughly guessing, but by comparison, that mother or that big female is probably, I don't know, what would you say? Oh man, I just got drenched. I bet 100 pounds at least. Look at him, here he comes up again. He can't hold his breath as long as this. Yeah, these waves coming up on the wall right here have got me from my waist down just completely drenched. So let's go out here. I mean, I'm not going to get any more wet. Yeah, that little one can't hold his breath. Oh, doggone it. Hang on. Fighting these waves to get that food right there. I heard it too. Right there, right there. Watch your foot. Watch your foot.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Come out of my pocket.
Yeah, I heard it. I just didn't see it.
Man, thank you. I was afraid they get washed off.
I did too. Saw your foot coming. I'm going, oh no, there it goes. There's the big one right there. There's a mother one right there. She's massive, straight in front of you. And here's the baby one here, one of the baby ones. And the middle one, there's the other small one. Right
wow.
The big one's right over here. It's about.
I saw it for just a second.
Yeah, it looks like rocks on there, but you'll see. She actually navigates the waves really well. All right, guys, that's enough turtle time, right? Man, I am waist down, just so. Phone has got. How's the video? Is the video okay? Because it looks like the lens got wrecked, man. That little one is so cute. It's about the size maybe of a basketball, just a tiny bit bigger than a basketball, but his head is only about maybe the size of a grapefruit. Not even that, maybe a sizable orange. But the mother's head is like a cantaloupe. And then if you come in here, sometimes sometimes you don't see them at all, but sometimes you'll see like even a little octopus in here. Or some of the small triggers will get caught up in here. I know I'm swinging around. God dang it. I know I'm swinging around, guys. I'll try and hold it a little bit more stable. Video's good? Okay, good. That little one he stays down about a quarter of the time of that mother. That mother stays down for like 3 or 4 minutes. Oh, here he is. There's another one right there. See him? So there's 2 small ones, 2 adolescent ones. Like this one seems to be a little bit bigger than that small one over there. But the mother, the big one, just seems... She's not bothered by these waves. Those little ones just get tumbled. They just need a few more summers and then they'll be as big as she is, hopefully. And I couldn't see comments really that entire time, so how's the video? Is the video okay? If you remember this from earlier or the other day, this was like all not sand. It was like you'd step down and all that's rocks in there, but that sand gets washed in there, washed in and washed out every other day or so when the tide's in and out. So that was okay. Glad you guys like that. I am toast, man. Look at that, just covered. Yeah, man, look at this. They're gonna get tumbled. These waves are coming in. Is it king? It's not king tide, is it? Is it? I'm really shocked. If you remember when I first came over here, I actually thought that the turtles wouldn't be here because, yeah, that turtle's right out there on the other side of the wall now. That's a little rougher. I'm surprised that they're over here with the waves that heavy. But a turtle's got to eat, right? They stuff their fat heads with that algae all day. Good video, okay, good. Because I didn't want to have to wipe the lens off, but my side of the camera, the flat side, screen side, is just almost illegible. Annette, yes and no. Like right now, it's about, well, oh, it is. It's 4 o'clock. Wow, gosh darn it. Well, early in the morning, like 6 to 8, in that area is a good time. Or at the reef in front of Barefoot Beach Cafe, that's another really good place. Or here at this time of day, from 4 to like 6 o'clock, those turtles are there. But it also depends on the tide, and also it depends on if the tide is rough or not. And so this tells you about how reliable all that information I just gave you. If you showed me a video of the water that rough, I would tell you there's no chance at all that there's a turtle over there. But you just saw there were 4 of them. So it's hit or miss. No one really knows. If you go out there and you see turtles, that's a good time to see them. That's really a good answer. Man, I am drenched, man. My microphone got ruined. God dang it, my second microphone got ruined. It's in my pocket. It just drenched. Good, I'm glad you guys enjoyed it. Sometimes it's like you think, all right, I've seen the turtles for 2 minutes, I don't need to see them anymore, but it never gets old to me. When they're eating like that, they don't interact at all, but if you see them kind of more out in the open, like if you're snorkeling, you'll see that they interact with each other a little more. Like the smaller ones hang around the bigger ones, bigger turtles. They seem, and I don't know if they're families. I really don't. So don't let me pretend to think that to imply that they are. But it seems like they are. You see a big giant one, and then a medium-sized one, and then several small ones. You just assume they're families, but I don't know that. When you stand over the top, I don't know how much you can see. I probably want to get a Polaroid lens for us. Hang on, I know the wind is horrible. It's going to get better in a second. Let me cross the street here and it'll get much better. Or I think it will. No, maybe it won't. Hang on, guys. Stick with me. That's got to be better. When you see the really big turtles, they move their fins, obviously independent of one another, and their tail. And to see those big turtles get caught up in those waves and not get moved a foot one way or the other, and their whole body's like a wedge. If they're caught like this, they get blown away. But they know how to maneuver their body. Obviously, they're in the water all day, every day. But I'm just fascinated with how they can navigate that water so well. I think it's beautiful. Here's the little farmer's market they have here at Waikiki Beach Walk. This is that Musubi place I would normally go into. I'd actually go in there right now if I wasn't covered in sand and water and look like I'm a vagrant. Covered in sweat and dirt and leaves and sand. My feet are like full of sand. Oh man. I know, Annette, I was thinking the same thing. I'm starting to feel like Lucille. No vacation, stuck on living on the beach. No pay. It's a treacherous life. It's a treacherous life that I lead. Unforgiving. I know, everyday vacation. Nope, I rarely get tired. I'll get tired around 8 o'clock tonight. Yeah, that burger challenge is going to set some things straight, I believe. Did she post the burger place called Sundays? Did she post it yet? There's a couple of photos of Lucille stuffing her fat face with a burger like she shouldn't, but she did. If it's not up there now, it's going to be tonight or tomorrow morning. That place Sundays just got recommended to us a number of times. That lady just threw a cigarette right down on the ground. I should go say something to her. Idiot. Just flicked it on the ground. What a scumbag. Wants to do the burger challenge. Do his own. We'd love to see it. Oh, you saw it? Okay. Start a boot camp so I get in shape? Oh, you mean start a boot camp to get it? No, I don't do that. I feel so conflicted from giving that protocol the other day because it's so off topic and it almost sounded preachy. So I still haven't put that video back up. I pulled it off. But it's why I don't feel, I mean, I was up at 3 o'clock this morning. I was up at 3 o'clock, did about a 4-miler, super fast walk and hike. Not at 3 o'clock, but later on, like I think 8. Then came and saw you guys whatever time that was. I think 1 o'clock. And we've gone from Aloha Tower. Yes, I read that wrong. Aloha Tower to here, probably. I bet the way we went, probably more like 5 miles or so. So it's probably 23,000 steps or so. But I'm not tired at all. I could do it again. If I had to, I could go back to Aloha Tower, but I'm not going to, for sure. Ooh, acai bowl. No, thank you. Not at that place. Greg, that place is good, but Jiminy Christmas, it's way too crowded. It's not worth the line. There's a line of 30 people in there. Take your supplements, people. Eat your. If you don't eat your for health, what's that phrase? If you don't eat food for your life, you'll be eating medicine for your life, something like that. It shows a picture of people eating medicine and supplement, or medicine to stay alive. Just eat better food. Take the right supplements. What I do works for me, man. I'm not tired at all. I mean, my knee is a little bit sore from the other day, just pounding it so much. But once I get going, man, I can knock down miles, man. So it doesn't look like there's that big of a line up there, really, Greg, to be honest with you. I didn't want to lie to you, but there's not much of a line, but I'm not going up there looking like I do now. I'm surprised I haven't been arrested the way I look. Oh, go ahead, sir. Go ahead. Okay. I know, but I'm not going to wait in it if it's a long line. But it's not a long line now. Oh, actually, there is. There's a line that goes. It's going along the building instead of going out. I like that analogy my doctor gave to me. She says your body is like the most fine watch you've ever seen, with the finest movements, and it's the most accurate watch. So take one of the most fine watches you've ever seen in your life, put it in a sock and start slamming it against a tree, and then see how well it runs. And that's how people treat their body when they smoke and drink and eat crap, eat chips and soda and fried foods every day, and fast food 3 times a week, 5 times a week, every day, whatever. And then they're surprised that they don't see very well, or they lose their hair, or they're out of shape, or out of breath, or they have heart attacks or strokes. And you don't say, what did you do last week? You say, what did you eat 8 years ago, 10 years ago? That's the reason, not what you've eaten recently. What you've eaten recently is just icing on the cake of horrible diet. This is where they're doing the Cirque du Soleil. This is where the start of the theater is. It's going to be right here and then upstairs and back over that way. I can't wait for that to open. It's going to be great. It's going to be beautiful.
This course that she was looking for was 2,000.
The world's only cheesecake factory again. I've been there a bunch of times, Greg. I just haven't done it on stream, but I'm going to, just to placate you, I will do that. Yep, so much of it's diet, I'm telling you guys. You're right, all you guys are, and move, man. Move, 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 move. Keep active. Being sedentary or hurting your leg or your hip or your back, that's the beginning of what could be a bad end. I mean, look, I don't even want to quote the statistics, but look at the statistics on how long people live when they get a compromised knee or a hip replacement or a knee replacement or something like that. It's the cause of cardiac issues, coronary issues, because you just get sedentary. It's really sad. There's your favorite hotel, somebody's favorite hotel. Hey, Yasin. Hola, amigo. See the tortugas? Tortugas, Yasin? Oh, we walked past the International Marketplace. I thought I said we were going to go to the International Marketplace. We actually went past it. All right, guys. This is where we part ways for today only. Guy parks his ugly truck right in front of our beautiful shop. All right, guys, we covered a lot of ground today. Hopefully you learned a little, one or two things, and I know you laughed a lot, at least at my expense of getting drenched with water. I'm covered. And please know that I love every second that we spend together, and I do not take it for granted. I do appreciate every minute that you spend on these streams. I know it's not going to last forever, but it's lasting as long as it is right now, and that's what's important. I appreciate every one of you. Aloha.